contributes to Canada, to who we are as Canadians?
I think that if you don't know where you came from, if you don't know your traditions, or if you don't know your families, your grandparents, how did they survive, I think it's very, I could say almost difficult in lifetime. People continue to search for their relations all their life. So if it's possible to be near them or to know about them, and all the history of a family is very important for all. And I always tell, like, sometimes I'm in the community and I look for old photographs, and they say, oh, it's under my bed in a shoebox or something. And I say, well, I'll come back tomorrow and we'll go through these photographs. And this is so important for all people, because people put away these photographs, they never look at them, and especially the old ones, because depending which acid they use and how they use them, some of them erases itself. And so if you look at a photograph, say, oh, this was my grandmother, and 5 years later you look and she doesn't have a face. So it's important for people to make copies of these old photographs while they still can, and recognize people. And they should always write who those people are, because you have to think of your children and grandchildren, so that they can look and understand where they came from, what their parents did, all those things. So, and I love doing that. I never get tired, and I like to hear each person's story. So I still do it the same way.
What advice would you give to young Canadian filmmakers just starting?
I think if you do, I'm talking about documentary filmmaking now, it's to have a lot of patience and a lot of respect for all the people you work with. And if you work with an individual, and it's nice to be alone with a person, and just, in my case, I do just sound first, I don't take images. And so then there's no distraction, and you can get much more intimate and a story, and so that the person feels at ease, and to be patient. Sometimes I hear people, I might do an interview for 4 or 5 hours in one shot, just with sound though. And it's great, because after that, when you come with a crew, these people are used to you, and they feel good with you. And I will not say to a person, can you repeat what you told me? I never do that. But I will put the person on camera, and we start talking about a particular subject that already we did talk about. And then I can use this on camera, and then I go to other images with the first time, the first voice, which is usually a very moving time. And I think it's to have the patience and listen to whatever it is the person has to say or is talking about. Because if you come and you're rushing and you're just asking a couple of questions and you're leaving, it's not that. No, it's insulting, I think. And I would say to be respectful, and you have to be able to really hear what the person is saying. Then if you do that, I think all the rest follows.
Your stories, when you record other people's stories, when you make your documentaries, what are you hoping ultimately the viewer will receive from it?
I don't much think of the audience. I'm making a documentary on perhaps a community or an individual person. What I look for is the truth, and I look for the person to feel at ease And that story is going to be the story I'm told. And then when the audience come, they have to listen. I'm not going to make a film to please an audience. I make a film to make changes and to have recognition for the people. And it's a learning process, I think, when people are looking at these documentaries.